Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, WWE Raw. It's got a lot of problems, folks. It's got 10 big problems. We're going to talk about this shit right now, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, no stars on Raw. There hasn't been stars in a while, real stars. We got Edge that was drafted to Raw or whatever. I liked Edge or whatever, but for me personally, Edge, is this like the PGA Senior Tour or whatever? Is it a retirement home match, Edge versus Goldberg next year? I don't know. But Edge coming in as the big star of Raw. I don't know what's going to happen here, folks. It seems like it's nobody on this show. There's Becky Lynch. Imagine that the roster is so depleted that I have to mention Becky Lynch as one of the top stars of Raw. She's probably more popular than Big E, the champ. You know what I mean? Those are the days we're living in, folks. Sad, freaky, awkward days. But I'm looking at the draft, the fucking roster of Raw, and it's fucking bare. Seth Rollins, Old Man Mysterio coming back to Raw there. There's nobody on the fucking show. There's Randy Orton, but apparently he's doing some goofy stuff instead of being a real wrestler. He's Uncle Randy. He's got a hoodie and a mustache or whatever. We had great Orton stuff the past year, stuff like this, but they decided to just kill this and put Randy in a comedic situation or whatever. So you have like one or two stars and they ain't doing fuck all with him, Number two, Big E as the champ. I'm not really feeling it, folks. You know what I mean? The people who wanted Big E as champ, they're smarks. They hate the company. They think McMahon is evil and racist. You know what I mean? All the fucking people on Twitter when he won, it was, hey, I don't watch the show. I watch AEW, but I'm happy for Big E. I'm not gonna watch him though. So why cater to these smart retards that like AEW? Why not put the belt on the real wrestler or something? Big E as champ, that's bringing down the bar of the championship. I was looking at Big E doing his promo with McIntyre. It was really tough. I could barely get through just the clips on their YouTube channel. After watching the clips, I was half dead. It felt like I watched a full 3-hour show and then some. Just watching the clips is hard, you know what I mean? It's fucking, it's bad. But it's Big E and Drew McIntyre. Big E talking about his nipples or something. That's not championship material. It's goofy garbage. It's not legit championship stuff. It's no good, folks. Number three, too much filler. Big E and Drew McIntyre, this little talk, this little brawl at the end or whatever. That's 10-15 minutes of the show and the rest is all shit, garbage, throwaway crap that's not worth watching. 3 hours of filler is too much. If it was a 2-hour show, you get good shit at the beginning, a good main event, a couple of things. It's okay to have some filler, some good old tag team wrestling filler or whatever. But when it's all filler and it's all guys that don't matter and useless fucking jobbers, then it's too much. Every week, 3 hours, 95% of the show is unwatchable and it's filler that doesn't matter. How can they expect to get viewers with this junk? Number 4, basically, it feels very boring and stale. You know that feeling we all feel, most of us, when you watch Raw, just knowing that it's 3 hours of nothing and it's just, you get that fucking shitty Raw feeling, you know what I mean? Very boring and stale. It's been bad for 10 plus years. It can't get any staler than this. Like, probably can somehow. I bet it's gonna get worse as time goes on. Number 5, low ratings. 1.5 this past week there. Last Raw. We're due for a new low, ladies and gentlemen. Coming soon. New record low there. When's it happening? In the next couple weeks? Could be any time, folks. Could be next week. I mean, apparently Roman Reigns is going to be there on Monday night, you know, because there's no fucking stars. The AEW channels, they're claiming Roman is there because McMahon is afraid of Tony Khan. No, it's because the ratings are plummeting. He has to get his only star to go on Raw because there's no fucking stars. 1.5. You know, new record low coming soon, folks. Number 6, we used to get big moments on Raw. You know, Steve Austin doing this and that, The Rock doing this and that, Bret Hart. Good quality moments, funny stuff, big moments. Nowadays, you get nothing. Nothing. You don't get a moment. When was the last thing? The pipe bomb of CM Punk or whatever? What has happened since then? That was 10 years ago. What's happened that was so memorable recently? Fuck all, man. Like, there's nothing. There's no Steve Austin beer truck. There's nothing happening ever. It's very, very, very rare that you get anything at all on this show. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is. No moments, no nothing. Just a fucking stripped down, bare, minimalist show with practically no story and just shitty fucking garbage matches there. Which leads me to my next point there. Number 7, no exciting matches. You don't get a big match like back in the day that gets you off of your seat. You know what I mean? That might happen once in a while at a Mania if it's Lesnar. Last time that happened to me, it was Lesnar and Goldberg that I got up, you know what I mean? And I started rooting for Lesnar like old school fan reaction. You don't get anything close to this. You don't even get an exciting match. You might get a decent match, an okay match, but most of the time it's just mediocre wrestling. They go through the motion for 5-6 minutes. You don't get any exciting matches. Number 8, no more exciting promos. Bobby Lashley did a promo on Raw, rare promo, and it was decent. Bobby Lashley, a good little promo, but you don't get good promos anymore, you know. No more storylines, no more good vignettes, no more funny skits, no more good commentary. Basically, all the talking has become boring. Number 8, all the talking is boring, folks. Number 9, no more testosterone on Raw, basically, folks. Nothing cool or badass, no more heavy metal, no more edge, no more gangster rap, folks. No more Steve Austin, no more attitude. It's just fluffy, unfunny garbage, you know what I mean? It looks fancy production, but there's nothing there, just bland, boring, fucking cartoon kid show, you know what I mean? With fuck all cool ever happening. Number 10, they got beat by AEW in the demo a couple of times, folks. Embarrassing. People ask me, you know, how do you watch a kid's show? I watch what I like. How do you explain losing a few weeks to AEW in the demo this, folks? I can't explain it, and it's embarrassing there. If we're starting to lose against the indie fans, then there's a problem. It's not us losing, it's them. WWE for putting on loser performances like this every week there. Usually I say that the fans suck or whatever there, but I don't feel like attacking my fellow WWE fans because we've all been through enough with this company. We've suffered enough. We've been tortured enough, ladies and gentlemen. We need a good product for the love of Christ. At least beat AEW in the demo, for God's sakes. That's all I ask, for the love of shit, for the love of dog shit there. Alright, so that's about it, folks. Big problems there. WWE Raw. And check out my new group. They're back in the group business with Jerry. They're the Wrestling Ranters. Link is in the description. Until next time. Peace.